Hey all, Chad Schaefer here with Home Envy Realty. In today's video, we're going to talk about escrow. What is it, how it works in the Florida FAR contract, and what you can do to avoid an escrow dispute. Let's dive in. Escrow is considered a good faith deposit, usually held by a third party, either a title company or an attorney until closing. Think of it as a financial commitment made by the buyer to the seller, showing them how serious they are about purchasing the property. In the Florida FAR contract, the buyer has a certain amount of time they must deposit the escrow once the contract is executed. Standard, it's about 3 days unless you put in there something otherwise. If you don't deposit the escrow within that time frame, the seller does have the right to back out of the contract. Now here's where things can get tricky. If a deal falls apart, both the buyer and the seller must sign a release telling the escrow agent who to give the deposit to, whether it goes back to the buyer or is forfeited to the seller. Disputes can happen in a few ways, and here are a couple of examples. One way this can happen is the buyer backs out of the contract for a reason that's not covered in a contingency. For example, the buyer tries to back out of a contract related to inspection outside of the inspection period. No bueno. Another way this can happen is the seller claims the buyer has defaulted on the contract and refuses to release the escrow to them. A third and most common reason that I find this happens is there's a misunderstanding between dates and deadlines in a contract. It's always really important to understand those and make sure all parties are aware. To protect yourself, ensure all deadlines are met, keep everything in writing, and make sure you hire a professional like me to make sure it goes as smooth as possible. Escrow is a part of every real estate transaction, and if mishandled, can lead to some costly disputes. Have any questions? Drop a comment or give me a call. Also, please like, share, and don't forget to follow for more of my real estate tips. Thanks for watching.